Alright, Shalom, it's your brother Uriah of the GMS Louisiana Saints Camp. Coming back at you with another video. Just coming from our live camp on the highways and byways with the Akim. Had an outstanding camp as always. Whenever we do the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it's always marvelous and beautiful. And our great terrible King can be glorified through his men. Represent Yahweh through Yahushua. Right, like the elder was just saying out there on the block, the Most High is not going to let his name be tortured or tampered with at all. It's going to be glorified. It's going to be glorified through his men. Okay? So before I get started, I'm going to face the east, I'm already doing. And give all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Makal Kodash. Like I say, the water Yahweh, Yahushua, for the gift of his truth and knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Holy Bible. And we do minister to the saints, fishing for the hopeful elect. It's a true blessing to have this ministry. The water Yahweh, Yahushua, for the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth, our spiritual fathers, the true teachers of the Bible, and our eyes see our teachers. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutations to the elect men who push this truth in season and out of season throughout the four winds of the earth, wherever ye are scattered in these last days. Shalom, Akim. Okay? This video is going to be entitled, as an article I have did research on. I can tell you an article I've been doing research, I did research on. Right? It says, I went to the library. I hit the library like every other 2 weeks. Trying to get this work in, man, before it's all over with. This truth must get out. And we're warning the people, and this is a warning right here. I'm finna read. It says Louisiana becomes new hub in immigrant detention under Trump. Louisiana becomes new hub in immigrant detention under Trump. And I'm going to get heavy into the article. I'm going to read the whole fucking article. Alright? Louisiana becomes new hub in immigrant detention under Trump. Right? And that's this devil being set up. Devil Trump, which we like Trump over here, but he's ultimately a devil anyway. For what he's doing, he's bringing forth these prophecies. At the same time, he's being set up by the elites to run this operation, to come down on the 12 tribes, which consist of the so-called Negroes, the 12 tribes of Yasharala, 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native American Indians, and you Issacharites, so-called Issacharites, just to name a few, all right? From Judah all the way down to Issachar, it's being set up to come against us. Because we're speaking the truth and we're going against him and his program, his New World Order agenda. And I'm going to get into that heavy in the coming videos. All right, so Louisiana is the new hub, is the new center. And this was all set up by these Amalekites, by these elite bankers, orchestrated the September 11 attacks back in 2001. To orchestrate this. First they do an attack, now they want to put these called the northern tribes illegal immigrants to put them in the detention centers. And it's all leading to Jacob's trouble, where they're going to cast a lot of Jakes into these prisons. And then I'm going to get that scripture in a minute. They're going to throw y'all asses, our asses, we may be a part of them. Lord knows that's our lot, into prison. Since I'm saying y'all, I'm a part of this too. But I'm saying y'all pertaining to preaching to the hopefully elect out there. All right? We will be thrown in prison, for this truth and for this word, for this ministry, man. All right? These Edomites, these Amalekites set up this system to where you're going to do a false flag attack, which they already orchestrated, was controlled demolition. While the elite bankers were sitting over in a whole other building, watching it go down, thousands upon thousands of people would died on that day for controlled demolition that was all set up and orchestrated. You know, and this man has to go, man. This man has to be. It's time for you to go, Esau. All right, your reign is coming. It said in secondary 9 and 8, man. Jacob grabbing that heel, stripping you of that power. That is finna happen. It's being stripped from you right now, and we're stripping you spiritually by bringing out this truth. All right, I see my video going dark and everything. I must got the brightness up too high. Okay, so ultimately it's leading to another attack or attacks, which is plural, for them to put the blame on the real men of the Lord, the Hebrew Israelites, mainly over here, great millstones. We the only ones that's pushing and going against his agenda. All right, to where they gonna ultimately microchip every human being. That's what it's leading to. And we see your works, Esau. We see what the hell you're doing. We see your agenda, your plot. You knew what all that's not working. You knew what all that's not going to work against the men of the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming with that great rock spoken of in Daniel 2 and 44. It's going to break into pieces your whole kingdom, man. Strip you of that power. It's going to be worn on top of his head, man. So let me read some of the article. Pay attention to the screen too. I know, I see it. Let's keep going in and out. All right. It says, tucked away in the dense forest in the immigration, which is also known as ICE, Immigration and Custom Enforcement, which is mainly for the Northern Kingdom. The Judah, Benjamin, Levi are going to be thrown out, and we all in this together. And that's the beauty of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua bringing us together. Like we all on the highways and byways teaching now. You know, we're seeing more of the Northern Kingdom than we have ever seen. That's the spirit that had us move over from what we was at, preaching to the wind, to look. Now we see the Gadites and the Issacharites and the Ephraimites. All right? Tucked away in the dense forest of rural Louisiana is a barbed wire ring prison that has quickly grown into a major detention center for immigrants detained at the border. Stop right there. Let's get it in the scripture. The book of Revelation. The book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 10. Get quick into it. I ain't want to make this quick. Straight into it. 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua speaking this and writing this to the elect. So for you all, you northern tribes of the elect, this is for you. And we got a northern tribe brother who over there preaching in GMS to be on our comment board. I'm gonna log onto his page. I'm actually elder what his page is in the coming hours. All right. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. We are suffering in this truth. This truth is long suffering. Yahweh Shai suffered in order to get his glory, his power, to be ruler, to put his enemies up under his footstool. He suffered these things. Apostle Paul did it. Apostle John did it. And they are back today. Lord willing, we are that number. We are suffering these things right now. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which is Esau, these Amalekites, these Rothschild, these elite bankers. The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And we went over that. That's the spirit that we went over that word tried on the highways and byways. Let me get that in the scripture. Salak here, brother. The book of Psalms, chapter 7. In verse 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Yes, Esau, your wickedness is coming to an end. All right? The wickedness is coming to an end. The Most High not finna let this continue to go on. Okay, your sins have reached up into heaven, and the Most High is finna throw this place down with thermonuclear fire. but establish the just ones, the elect ones, the righteous ones, the meek ones, the remnant. It is going to save from afar. Okay? For the righteous, Yahweh tried the hearts and reins. His goal is to try you. We're going to be tried in this truth. So it says, suffer not those things, for you're going to be tried. You want this kingdom, you're going to work for it. I'm going to try to see how bad you really want it. This is a test. Alright? Get the precept back to Revelation. Phone going dark again. Revelations, chapter 2. Bear with me, I can. 2 and 10. Alright, here we go. Once again, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. It's Apostle John writing this. He suffered tribulation. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that in a little bit. That ye shall have tribulation 10 days. And that 10 is just a number that the Most High has put out there, man. You know? It could be longer, it could be shorter. He just put that out there. Just know that you will be in prison for a few days, several days, and you may go without water. You know? You will go without water, you will go without food. You know? You may be even offered the radio frequency identification chip in these prison houses, in these detention centers. Esau is set up out here, man. This thing is real. And we meditate on those things. The elect men are supposed to be meditating on these things. Because over here at Great Millstone, beginning with the elders and apostles of GMS, we give you the whole road. We tell you that, yes, you are the children of Yasha'Allah, Israel. You are the chosen seed. And we also give you the worst of the worst, the better side of it. That you come to serve the Lord, you will be tried. And that your head may possibly be detached, separated from your whole body. That's the bitter side of this thing, man. Actually, this is the bitter side of this truth right here, the article that I'm bringing out, and what I'm reading out of the scriptures. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Yahweh Shah speaking this. Yahweh Shah going to issue out the crowns if you are faithful unto death. Back into the scriptures. Salaki, back into the article. It says, the Wynn Correctional Center, WCC, is one of 8 Louisiana jails that have started housing asylum seekers and other migrants over the past year, making Louisiana an unlikely epic center for immigration detention under President Donald Trump. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement said it's now holding about 8,000 migrants in Louisiana out of 51,000 nationally. So this is becoming a great habitation. And Elder Yakanan, the brother GMS, Louisiana Saints, one of our elders, already said that they got them bitches scattered out all over Louisiana. All over Louisiana. It's going to be a major influx of fucking Jakes in the detention centers in Louisiana. Because we're right there on the border of Mexico and Louisiana. It's right here. The border is right here. We're on it right now. And an influx of Jakes. And let me say this. The Most High has set it up. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has set it up to this great influx of coming in. Most of you are coming over here for your destruction. And most are coming over here to be delivered. That's a fact. And we all see it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that most are coming over here for the destruction. And most are coming over here to be saved in the time of this great destruction and wrath that's coming down from Esau. Ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? Like Elder Yakanan said, man, they are scattered throughout the whole Louisiana. And I just read it. It said it's now holding about 8,000 migrants in Louisiana out of 51,000 nationally. A major detention center right here in Louisiana, right where I'm at. Okay? And as I read, about having tribulation. Apostle John wrote about it, man, on the island of Patmos. The book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 9. I, John, who also am your brother, talking to the elect, that is our brother. A dark-skinned Jake, which is back today, that is our brother. We don't know who he is. We'll know in the chariot. We don't know who he is. But we're doing the works of the reward to see, hey, I may be Ezekiel, I may be Titus, brothers may be Matthew, Luke, John, we don't know. But this is our brother. And companion in tribulation. A companion means a co-partner, a partner. He is with you in the tribulation. We're going through that. We're going to go through that tribulation. All right, we're going through trial and tribulation right now. Apostle John was going through tribulation on the Isle of Patmos. And in the kingdom, here it is, and in the kingdom and patience of Yahushua HaMashiach. And I've been going into that word a lot lately. Patience. This thing is about patience, long suffering. When you're thrown into these prison houses, you have a tribulation of 10 days, you got to have patience. Knowing that your reward awaits you all the way up unto death. And John says, was in the isles that is called Patmos for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. For the word of Yahweh, for the testimony. Testifying on behalf of Yahushua. That's what we out there doing on the highways and byways, testifying, proclaiming the true gospel, proclaiming that this detention centers are set up for you 12 tribes of the nation of Yashala. You so-called Negroes and so-called Latin-speaking people of the earth. All right? And it says, the article got kind of fucked up. The new topic of local jails are several hours, the new stories of local jails are several hours away from New Orleans and other major cities in the region. Far from most immigrant rights groups and immigration lawyers, migrants complain of mistreatment and prolonged detention. Mistreatment. You're going to be tortured in these concentration camps. All right? You're going to be tortured. Mistreatment is being tortured. Treated like shit. Offered slop. Isn't it written? Well, Elder Pastor Gabar said it that Yahushua, it doesn't really say, because when you get in the blue letter, the word gall doesn't really say piss. Some brothers and a lot of us in GMS say he was offered piss, but the blue letter doesn't even get into full detail of it. Jake's gonna be offered even piss in these prison houses as drinking water. You thirsty? You can't drink nothing? Here, take this piss and drink it. You are going to be tried. We are going to be tried if that's our lot. It's all going to be implemented in martial law. A great terrorist attack is coming to the United States of America very soon. And it's going to be multiple fucking attacks. Because the prophecy has to be fulfilled. What I'm reading will be fulfilled. All right? Let me read a little bit more and I'm going to close it out. The surge in migrant detention has occurred against the backdrop of a criminal justice overhaul in Louisiana that has reduced the state's prison population and threatened the economies of small towns that rely on the jails. And who leads the nation in incarceration rate? Louisiana alone. Louisiana ranked top 5 and a lot of shit, man. From AIDS to murder rate to the incarceration rate. Number 1 in everything. All right, it says the surge in migrant detention has occurred against the backdrop of a criminal justice overhaul in Louisiana. Because you got crooked ass politician Edomites under Napoleon Act down here in Louisiana. Under Napoleon Law Act, and that's a whole other topic of discussion. Wicked ass, crooked ass politicians who are Edomites, who got this system all corrupted and fucked up down here, man. This devil has to go. Esau, your time is up, man. Your time is up. Let me read the last big, another precept, and I'm finna close it right out, brother. Okay? Revelation. Let me get another one. It's a lot. Revelation 13 and it's a lot. Revelation 13 and 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongue and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain for the foundation of the world. Let me read that again. Revelation 13, verse 7 and 8. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So if your name is not written, which it was already predestined through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, like he knew to be, like he said, like before I formed in the belly, I knew thee. He knew who he had set out to look. You the elect, you're the elect. You're gonna get destroyed. I'm gonna kill you. You gonna play it out. You know, this is your lot. All that was already wrote out. So if your name is not written in the book of life, not a part of Yahweh Shah's elect, you're gonna worship the beast and his image upon the earth, which is right now in these days. Because this is a generation that's gonna see all these things. All right, so I'm gonna close the video out. You know, and they got a map of the ICE facilities down here from Texas all the way to Louisiana, Mexico, and all across the globe, man, across the world. All right, the stage is set like Elder Apostle Ramla did. The roundup. Go watch the video on Elder Apostle Ramla's page, GMS Info Doc Channel 11. The stage is set. The roundup. Esau finna go his move. Giving all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makah Dash. And double honor to the elders and apostle Green Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessing and salutations to the elect men who push this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, wherever ye are scattered, in season and out of season. Shalom, Malkin. Shalom.